Hi, my name's Prumihimo and my great passion is kumihimo, as many of you know. And my aim in these videos is to show you some new techniques so that you can explore other areas of kumihimo and start to make your work really unique. So in this video, I'm going to show you the 4-colour spiral. And this is done on round braid, or you may have come across it called Congo gumi. It's done on the round disc, so it's the basic kumihimo that most people are familiar with. Now, lots of you are familiar with the basic spiral, where you have 2 colours, and may have experimented with putting different colours on different cords to try and get a neat 4-colour spiral. And if you've tried that, you'll find it's not as obvious. So what I'd like to do is show you exactly how you can achieve that. So let's get started. So this is the 4-colour spiral that I'd like to show you how to make. And it has very defined spirals of 4 different colours. Now, most people are familiar with this. This is the 2-colour spiral. Again, defined spirals of 2 different colours. And to achieve this, as many people know, you have 1 colour on the cords in the north and south positions and the other colour in the east and west positions. Now, some people think that if they just have 2 cords of each colour, they will achieve this. But that will not happen. What you will achieve is this. Very pretty, and I recommend having a go at it. But it's not that defined spiral. You need a completely different setup for the 4-colour spiral, and I'm now going to show you how you do this. First of all, the materials you need to make a bracelet are going to be 8 cords measuring about 60 centimetres, which is about 24 inches, of Eslon 0.5, which is also called Tex 210. I am using a thicker cord here and larger beads that I'm recommending just for display purposes, demonstration purposes. What you need for the beads is size 8 seed beads in 4 different colours. And you will need about 40 to 50 beads on each of the 8 cords. But it's the loading that is the important part. So let's take a close look at how I've loaded these. For this, I've chosen to have some sort of pinkish colours in a light and dark, and some bluer colours also in a light and dark. And I keep the pinks top and bottom, north and south, and I keep the blues east and west. And the reason I'm doing this is because when I do my spiral, I want the pinks and blues to be next to each other. So the rule is, if you want your colours to be next to each other, you do not have them next to each other on the cords here. Now, that does sound a little bit confusing, but let's go through it in more detail. So, the first thing to remember, if you look here closely, you can see I've already done some braiding. So I've already done my 1 to 2 centimetres of braiding for the beginning of my bracelet. And that is very important because when you load the beads, they must be in exactly these positions. And if then, once you've loaded them, you do a little bit more braiding, you'll have them in different positions. So, on the top cords, the 2 colours that I don't want to have next to each other, so those are the pinks, light and dark, and both these top cords are loaded in the same way. I'm going dark, light, dark, light, dark, light, etc. on both of them. They both start with dark, then light. And that's both those top cords. Now, when we look at the bottom cords, it's the other way round. But they are both the same. This time, I've gone light, dark, etc. And when we look at east and west, we see a similar pattern. So on the east side, on the right-hand side, however you want to say it, I'm starting off with light, dark on both of them. And on the west or left-hand side, I'm starting off with the dark, light. Once you've loaded on your beads, you need to start dropping them in straight away. And this now is going to be very familiar to you. This is just the normal way of braiding beads. And I'm just going to show you a couple because I have full videos on how to do this. but it's your normal way, lifting up your cord, tucking the bead under there, the cord that you're going over, using your thumb if necessary to keep it in position, and on the bottom cord, bottom up, I tuck my bead in, slot the cord in, keeping an eye, making sure they stay in position. I turn my disc a quarter turn and carry on like that. And on the bottom cord as well. And now I'm going to carry on and do more and show you. So this is what you get when you use this method. And you will see that there are distinct spirals. There's the pink spiral going round. There's the blue spiral going round. And I didn't want the pink next door to the other pinky colour, so I've got the blues on either side of it. So that's the way the setup works. Now, to finish off your bracelet or necklace, if that's what you've decided to do, using longer cords and more beads, just carry on to the end of your beads, check the length. Every braid is different, so you need to check the length. And then braid for a little bit longer, again 1 to 2 centimetres without beads, and finish off your bracelet using either the glued or the wired on method, and I have videos for that that will take you through that in detail. Well, I hope you enjoyed that and found that useful. And I think that once you start to explore kumihimo in this way, you start to understand how the structure of round braid or Congo gumi works, and you can start to plan your own ideas. I've shown you how to make a bracelet, but obviously you can make necklaces, you could make key fobs, whatever you fancy. Also, I've just shown you how to do this using one size of bead. But once you've tried it like that, start to play with different shapes and sizes and colours and textures, and you'll find that you can make some really, really beautiful things. If you've enjoyed this video, please look at some of my other ones, and the best way of seeing the whole selection I have is by subscribing to my channel and turning on notifications. Then you'll be notified of any new videos that I have coming up, and you'll be able to see the whole collection, which is building very nicely. And it's a matter of seeing all different sorts of techniques, of designs, lots of hints and tips, and I hope lots of fun for you. So thank you very much, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.